welcome back to the Case Book of Arne. So let us continue. Things are getting juicy in here. Boop. Oh boy. Also, if it turns out I'm like, oh my god. Turn that down. Turn that down. Okay. If it turns out that I'm, like right at the end here, I'll just clip out for a minute and then go back to being, or go right into the next chapter. Alright. Like Zizi said, the possibility of someone from the mansion being the killer hasn't changed. First, I need to talk with Elise. But I should remind myself of what everyone said in their alibis beforehand. Let's see, what did they say about Elise? Okay, so Elise goes to Father's room to bring him water at midnight every night. Apparently he needs that water to take his sleeping pills. Last night Elise was told it wasn't necessary. However, Elise forgot and went to the kitchen to get a glass of water like usual. And upon reaching the door to Father's room, she remembered and hastily turned back. So her testimony is that while she didn't meet Father, she did go to the third floor by herself. Considering the timeline, that makes Elise the likely cause of the shattering race I heard. Still, I don't know if this testimony is enough to... Huh? Elise said she usually watches Father take his pills after giving him water, but what about that? Especially when considering that she didn't give him the water this time. Isn't this a little strange? Okay. The girl felt something amiss with the servant's testimonies. There's a contradiction with these three testimonies. Click the part of the text that's contradictory. Press the ponder button, yes. Okay, nope, that's not it. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not getting this right. Alright. Once, okay. This right here means Elise didn't go back into the kitchen to return glass with still had water in it. Normally she'd do that right away. What happened, I wonder? Okay. Maybe I should ask her about that too. You never know what might be a clue. Alright, let's talk with Elise. She's still in the dining room, I bet? I'll go down the west hall. And there's the dining room. Oh no, she's gone. I can hear Hines and Bernd arguing. Let's not go this way. I'm going to see Elise, so there's no reason to go this way. Is she in the courtyard? I'm going to see Elise. Okay. Alright, let me try going to the maid's room. Oh, wait, there's Gordon. I didn't even see him. He's right here. Oh, Mr. Slynn, how's Diana? It seems she still needs time to calm down. Is that so? Bert and Hines still seem to be arguing as well. Where is Elise? Oh, I told her to go back to her room to check on you two. Did you not pass her by? That's right. I was out on the terrace with Diana feeling the night breeze. Well, I'll go check on Elise then. I see. Please do, Mr. Slynn. Huh. Weird. There she is. If it isn't Mr. Slynn. You're so jumpy. You scared me with that. Gordon told me to call for thou, so I was fretting when neither of you were here. Where'd you go? I did doth be worried. I'm sorry. It seemed Diana wanted to be alone for a little longer. By the way, Elise, is there something about that closet? Huh? Didst thou not know? I adore closets. I love the way they look. Verily, I was simply staring at it. There doth be nothing at all inside this closet. I am not suspicious in the least wise. That's way too suspicious. Please, let me see inside. You can't. There is some underwear that is much too risque for thee, mistress. I'm sure they're all just teddy bear patterned. It seems Elise absolutely doesn't want me to see what's inside. What would Elise want to hide? Could it have to do with that sound I heard on my way to Father's room? It might be the time to tell a little fib. Actually, Elise, I saw it. I saw you hide. See, I caught you in the act. I saw you hide the vase. Whatever are they talking about? I'm not hiding any vase. Okay. Break the vase. I saw you break it. Okay. You see, I caught you in the act. I saw you break the vase. What? I heard a crashing sound. I went to look. There you were. Nay, I tell you, that isn't true. I just knocked it over is all. It's still a B right there on the second floor, right? Right? No, it isn't. That's the one that was formerly in the storeroom. Because the vase is missing from the storeroom. Well, surely Byrne must have taken it then. Diana said it herself, that Byrne is a thief, forsooth. Elise, do you also think Byrne is stealing things? I'm sure it must be so. So if you want me to give back anything Byrne gave me, say the word and I will. I had no idea he was doing such vile things. Really? Even if Byrne being a thief is true, it's not good to blame everything on him, is it? Why won't you believe me? Elise's reaction makes it clear she's hiding the vase, but she isn't going to just tell me the truth at this rate. What else can I do? Maybe Heinz told me that there was a thing Elise hadn't returned to the kitchen. That must have something to do with this. Well then, Elise, what about you know what? Shouldst I know that? You should. It's nowhere to be found either. It doesn't appear to be somewhere out in the open in this room either. So where did it go? Where's the glass? Father's glass. He always returned to the kitchen, but Heinz told me that you hadn't yet. It wasn't in Father's room, and it's not in this room either. So where is it? Did you break it alongside the vase? So you tried to pour the water from the glass to the vase and broke both. I was up very late the night before searching for you, Mistress Lynn, so even the act of going to the kitchen made me very sleepy. I'm sorry about that too. So then after breaking the vase, you were hastily cleaning the hallway and looking for a replacement, and that's when I heard Byrne's voice. I just finished destroying the evidence. I was standing by the second floor vase with relief. I see. Why did you have to do all that to hide it? Feared of... Huh? I was afeard of Gordon yelling at me. Huh? You do not even know, Mistress Lynn, the true rage Gordon can unleash. He yells at me. He just walked in 10 times a day, and yesterday I was set to break my record. Again, Elise? He was certain to scare me half to death. Don't you realize, Mistress Lynn, since around the 100th thing I broke, my senses have become numb. I've come to think it's only natural that I break things. Why doth he yell at me so when I'm only doing something natural? Mistress Lynn, please keep this from Gordon. He's right there, Elise. Please keep it a Sure, Gordon, how doth he do? Sure enough, that broken vase was your doing. Now would you tell me all about it nice and slowly? I'm sorry! Please forgive me! Elise, we'll go to my room. Forsooth. Mistress Lynn, I'm terribly sorry, but our discussion about the future must wait until everyone's calmed down. Yes. Oh. Hang in there, Elise. Oh. Sure enough, the broken vase and glass are here, but not much else of note. Still, steadily working these things out is important, surely. I was able to expose Diana and Elise's lies all on my own. Yeah, this is fine. I can manage this even by myself. It seems it'll take time for everyone to settle down. I should go back to my room and sort out what I've learned. Alright. That was hilarious. Let me save. It's always a good idea to save. Okay, let's go to my room. I know. Do I have to go this way? Yes, I do. Lynn's room, it's right here, okay. Arne's gone. Oh yeah, that's right, Arne is gone. There's a note on the wall. Huh? There's something on the wall. What's it say? What's this about? Waiting in the courtyard. Is this from Lord Arne? I wonder why. Does he want to apologize once more or something? No, surely not, but... Even supposing he did apologize, would I be able to forgive him? If we end up working together to investigate again. Yes, I should really give some thought to how to handle the relationship between us. At any rate, I'll go. This is suspicious. Courtyard is this way. Yes. I don't think it's Arne. Oh, it's dark. I don't like this. Okay, I can't. There's the ladder. Lord Arne? Where could he be? What, guys? It's me. Oh, what's the matter? What's wrong? It's me, remember? Whoa! Yeah, why are you attacking me? Guard dogs bare their fangs and howls, preparing to leap for the girl at any moment. As the dog leapt straight ahead, the girl desperately dodged out of the way. Okay, that was right. What's wrong with you? It's me. Eh. Here we go. Please, stop it. Alright, go up. Uh-oh. What should I do? I'm cornered. I still haven't accomplished anything, and yet someone, Lord Arne. You called? Yo, that was boss. Lord Arne, why didn't you leave? What would I need to leave for? You said you didn't want to see my face, so I simply stayed someplace where you wouldn't. That is... He's not wrong. More to the point, why are you out here being attacked? I don't understand either. Why are the dogs... Talk about knowing off the arm that feeds you. You've never heard that? It's a saying in Japan. Such incessant barking. They're like dogs. They are dogs! Ah, I see. So they're the curs who forget lessons they were already taught once. Be gone. Thank you so much. Indeed, you should be grateful. But I'm not going to forgive you just for this, Lord Arne. Ah, yes, about that. There's something I must tell you about. If you care to listen, that is. What is it? Then make it a little long. Let us return to your room. Understood? Oh, is it Kai? Is it Kai? And so, in summary, control my body had been taken from me. Do you think I'm going to believe that? Oh, you better. I should hope you will, because it's the truth. In essence, this personality of mine also comes from this body's one remaining heart. And thus I too am ultimately a puppet. Quite delightful, is it not? Feel free to laugh. I wouldn't do that. To me, you're just Lord Arne. Is that so? Let me ask a few questions. What is it? Even if it wasn't your own intention, Lord Arne, do you have any thoughts about the people you attacked? Does it matter what I think? It wasn't the current me who did it. But no, I don't have any special thoughts. Then why did you apologize to me? Because it appeared I quite troubled you by having my body taken over by that fellow. It was an apology for my blunder, in essence. Then one last question. Lord Arne, are you using me? Indeed I am, for the sake of solving this case. It would be a pain to gather info from around this mansion all by myself. I'd like to curtail the tedium, so as to enjoy this in case as much as possible. What about it? Even if we could speak to each other, vampires and humans really do think differently, huh? I'm not certain how exactly we differ, but that much should be obvious. Vampires and humans are separate creatures. Humans can't understand the thoughts of animals, yes? Even so, I feel like if I properly explain my feelings, he should be able to understand. No, I guess that's wrong. Because even if I understand his explanation, that doesn't mean I'm okay with it. Trying to force different values on others won't resolve anything. But still, the using he talks about. What is it, Lynn Rain? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. Come on! Why am I the only one who's so troubled by everything? Don't start shouting out of the blue. Understand? I won't forget what you did, Lord Arne. I don't care if your body was taken over by another vampire or whatever. In fact, it's all your fault to begin with for losing to your own blood of all things. So sure enough, the fundamental issue lies with you. What are you doing losing when you call yourself the most heinous of vampires? Ah, sorry, I might have gone a little too far. Is that how it is? Understood, Lynrain. So you are irritated by my incompetence. No, that's not really it, but... Say again? Jeez. Lord Arne, Well, for humans in general, it's painful to be hurt by those we're close to. And for whatever reason, you can't understand that. But even if you can't understand, could you at least keep it in mind? Right, I'll keep it in mind. Thank you very much. And also, sorry for hitting you. Don't worry about it. You might as well have been petting me. More importantly, I've been eager to hear what information you've gathered. More importantly. Understood. Alright, listen well to my efforts. Is this enough, I wonder? It feels like only a temporary measure. If we keep investigating together and run into another conflict, enough of that. Organizing our information comes first for now. I want to know who's behind the door. I'm wondering if it's Kai. Well, that's everything I learned, and what I know about the vampire Noxrayer. I have no issues with your findings about the actions of the humans, but you say Noxrayer is known as the Lord of Shadows, and is belligerent with a serious appetite. Isn't that far too little to go off of? What do you expect? There's not much in the literature. Very well, I suppose. This case is connected to Noxrayer's heart, isn't it? Your father likely used it out of his desire to revive your mother. Perhaps it was even the killer themselves who taught him the black magic of reviving the dead. The Rhine pedigree is convenient as well. The influence held by nobles can often extend over the police after all. Furthermore, whatever his methods, it was your father gathering human body parts. If his mental state was unstable as well, it would be easy to pin all the blame on him if needed. I suppose so, but I'll never forgive them for using father's feelings. Well then, allow me to sort your information to help reveal said killer. Yes, go right ahead. Puppet show! What is it? All this cute, so cute. Right, it's your first time seeing it. Simply put, it's a stage made for my blood. Evilly, bloodily, adorably, nude. I thought it good to see you chewing up, but stop that at once. I just started doing it subconsciously. Everything I've been steadily keeping in came out just like that. He's like horrified by her. Say, Lenny, there's something you might appreciate. Here's something you might appreciate. Zizi, what is it? Arne's bored all the time, so he practices doing this all by himself. That's too cute. I just want to decorate my room with you. Nope, not possible. The blood returns to my body when it's done. No, I was talking about you, Lord Arne. Me? Boy, Lenny, you really are strange. Nothing of the sort. Drooling again. Well, you see, when humans get excited, their body temperature rises, and so to lower it, that's sweat. This is going nowhere. Let's ignore Lynrain. Oh, what? Please let me join in this too. You become awfully bothersome all of a sudden when the subject is vampires. Just stay there and be quiet. Leave it to me. Let's organize the information Lynrain gathered. I love him. He's like visibly concerned and scared of her. Alright, first. Hold on a second. You got a map of the mansion and dolls of everyone? Don't be so surprised at every turn. That's not happening. Just ignore you for a while. All that needs to be made clear in this case, ultimately, is who killed Lynrain's father. Thus, the only actions we need to inspect are those of the humans in the mansion before and after the incident. The first ones to act before Lynn received the call from her father were the two maids. First, the short maid left her room to go to the kitchen. In doing so, she met the guard and the chef, neither of whom moved until the incident occurred, yes? Yes, that's what they said. Incidentally, I take it you asked the guard, the maid, and the cook individually? Well, naturally, I questioned all three separately, and they all gave that same story. In that case, good. Now let's proceed. While this short maid was in the kitchen, another person left her room. Surely you know where she was headed. Of course. The guest room. Oh, I'm using the wrong button. Guest room. The guest room on the second floor. Precisely. But how do you know it happened in this order? Actually, I was watching from this mirror here. Yes, Zizi saw both maids head to the second floor. The tall maid passed by here first. Oh, I see. In short, if anyone tried to go to the third floor, they would be witnessed by Zizi on the second floor, or the guard in the dining room. I see. Of course, the guard was also a suspect, so we can't fully believe him. But for the moment, there are no contradictions in the people he claimed to witness or the times. In addition, Zizi was generally watching everything, so it should be no issue to scenes like this. Understood. Alright, so she's going to the guest room. And then she waited there. Then the maid left the kitchen right around when the gardener was spotted in the back. Aha. Gardener wanted to reach the maid waiting on the second floor, but jump isn't mighty enough to reach. Take the ladder? Yes. That's cool. Awesome. Incidentally, Zizi also saw the two of them in the guest room. Huh? Then I didn't see through Diana's lies? You can generally assume that Zizi saw everything in any room's mirrors. My hard work. They quickly went into a blind spot. I didn't know what they were doing. So Lindy did good. I sure did. Well, there's no way to verify whether that maid said is true or not. If Zizi hadn't seen it, we wouldn't know if she was really in the guest room. By the way, Lynn Rain. Yes! Do you think it would be possible to carry the ladder to the terrace on the second floor? I wonder. That ladder is really big. Kai always seems to just drag it around. And also, there's a fence on the terrace, so it would probably be hard to do alone, right? Indeed. Zizi, was there any indication that Gardner left the room alone and re-entered the mansion? Not just limited to the second floor guest room, say, the third floor guest room, perhaps? Unfortunately, I didn't see. Right, understood. Yep, I saw her pass through. Yes, we get it. The maid went to her master's room right at midnight every night. But then she recalled that on this day, she'd been told he didn't need water. Just around this time, Lynn Rain received a call from her father. Now they both began to move. The maid couldn't be bothered to return the glass to the kitchen, so she tried to transfer the water to the base, but broke both. While she was doing this, when Rain prior towards going to her father's room, and there she arrived. Now as for the maid's actions afterwards. Okay. The maid wanted to destroy the evidence, but yes. Didn't go this way. Grab the vase from the storeroom. I just need to remember where it is. I think it's up here. Yes. Take the vase. Just before Elise heard first witness Burns scream, it seemed she was in the storeroom. Knowing her wouldn't surprise me. She was searching for a vase the whole time. She's so dim-witted. That's true. In summary, let's say she took about 5 minutes cleaning up, and was searching the storeroom for the vase when you delightfully passed out. What do you mean delightfully? Only she left cleaning up the vase for later. She could have entered the storeroom sooner. This time, everyone but the guard was inside a room. A convenient time to act without anyone seeing. As for the butler, it's not even necessary to give it thought. Given the placement of his room, he didn't ever encounter someone going anywhere. And if he went to the second floor, he'd pass Zizi's mirror. If he went east, he'd encounter the guard. That's right. After doing some reading in his room, Gordon apparently talked with Hines in the kitchen. Brent says he saw them too, and there was no contradiction with Hines' testimony. Incidentally, what was he talking about with the chef about? The food menu for next week, and budgets, apparently. What a serious and dull old coot. Dull old coot? It's such a crude way to treat him. At 12:30, the guard was evidently called for by your father. Even Byrne didn't seem to know why he was called. I recall your father said something about leaving the house together, did he not? Yes. If that is indeed what was going on, then perhaps the guard was meant to be the first witness. Meant to be. There was a corpse resembling your father, yes? You wanted him to see it and think he'd been murdered. Well, though, he was in fact murdered. Father, why would you do something like that? But wait, why not just let the maids discover it in the morning? Indeed, I can see no merit to making the guard discover it. Perhaps that wasn't in the killer's plan. Well, more possibilities make it all the more delightful. There's nothing delightful about it. And after the guard used his key to open the door, he found you uncouthly passed out next to the corpse and screamed. Hold on, what's that uncouthly for? By the way, your father was holding his room key. Who else had a duplicate key? Besides Byrne, the butler Gordon, and the two maids had keys. That's far too many. Oh, but Elise doesn't have one anymore. About a month ago, she flushed hers down a toilet. Since then, she hasn't been allowed her own. Really, Elise? Then she has to borrow Gordon's. If she doesn't give it right back, she gets yelled at. What kind of system is that? So then back to the short maid. Just before the guard found the corpse, she went down to the second floor to replace the base. Yes, she said Byrne's scream almost caused her to break that vase too. And in response to the guard's pathetic scream, the short maid, Elise, and the tall maid, Diana, the two of them assembled. What was the guard doing at that time? Byrne's extremely averse to blood, so he was passing out. It seems he fainted. Huh? Byrne can't stand the sight of blood at all. For instance, Elise sometimes blunders and cuts her finger, and every time Byrne runs over out of worry, that little bit of blood makes him faint. What a useless fellow! Isn't the fact you might discover a corpse someday the best part of being a guard? I hope that's a really rare occurrence. On the other hand, impressive he could become a guard. Well, at any rate, the maids called for the others. And they too assembled. That concludes our sorting out of the info. We also have a sufficient idea of motives. However, before we consider who the killer is, there is one thing I want to confirm with you. What is it? Lynn Rain, those dogs of yours seem quite superb. Indeed, they will attack anyone but specific people, as demonstrated earlier. Yes, they should be friendly only to myself, father, and the gardener Kai. Then why do you think you were attacked? It's simple. There was something different about you. You were attacked, in fact, because they were too talented. Something different. So just what was it? Voice? Or scent? Could it be my scent? You're certain. Exactly. Yeah, I was right. After I regained consciousness, I had blood on my clothes, so I changed. But I'm sure just changing clothes didn't remove the scent of someone else's blood. I didn't notice it myself, but maybe the dogs responded to it. Exactly. I'm sensitive to the smell of blood as well, and though it's faint, you do smell blood, and it's not your own. In short... hold on a second. What? I'm getting to the important part. Oh, your blood went back, so you got big again. Wait, not that! You can smell blood on me too, Lord Arne? I said as much, didn't I? And so... No, and so... That's not really kind of... That's really kind of embarrassing. Look, it's fine. No, it's not! Now that I think about it, I haven't made 2 nights in a row. Oh, now that I think about it, I can't stop. I can't focus on what you're saying like this. I'm gonna go take a bath. Hey, hold on. We can talk later. Arne's like, what? Sizey. Lynn, right? I know, leave it to me. Oh, but I won't look inside the bath, of course. I'm a gentleman, see? Yes, so you say. But still, why is Lynn Rain taking a bath all of a sudden? You definitely don't get a girl's heart, Arne. I mean, you need to get human feelings first. What are you talking about? Did she probably understand why she was attacked by the guard dogs? The note that called for her, the knowledge that she had the scent of blood on her? Clearly, she's the next one the killer is after. Maybe she was embarrassed enough that she couldn't even afford to consider that stuff. Utterly unbelievable. Bath. Oh, this is pretty. Ah, I'm revived. Truly, Lord Arne has no delicacy. Real vampires turned out to be completely different from what I imagined. It's really kind of a shock. I've been disillusioned. But vexing as it is, their abilities are still cool. Really now, what's with you, Lord Arne? Come to think of it, I wonder if vampires take baths. I'd rather they can't stand running water. I should ask him later. Well, never mind that. That's actually very wholesome. I need to thoroughly wash off this blood scent. If Lord Arne hadn't saved me, I might have died. I don't have the power to protect myself. Of course, I understand that wisdom alone isn't enough, so I need Lord Arne's help. But I really do need to think about how to go about interacting with him. Lord Arne uses me in this case to enjoy himself, and I use his strength and wisdom to help solve the case. When I say I'm using him to solve the case, aren't I just trusting that he can do it? Isn't this so confusing? Just what is the difference? Humans and vampires, Lord Arne and I? Trusting, using... Come to think of it, why was I attacked? Actually, there was that note in my room. The fact I had blood on me. That wasn't a coincidence, was it? Lynn, Rain, how long are you going to be in there? Isn't this much too long for a bath? He did not! Well now, Lynn, Rain. Killed by the culprit after all. What? What? Well, you're still alive. I'll get you out of there for now. What? Lord Arne. That was clearly a fatal wound, so I thought you were long since dead. I see, I'm going to die. Even when I'm suddenly on the verge of death, you aren't surprised. What? What? Well, I was able to predict it. So, did you see the culprit's face? They suddenly came from behind, so I didn't see. Ah, how useless. That's cruel. It was you who didn't listen to everything I had to say. Right. This cannot be the end. There's like one more chapter after this. What are you laughing about? Mother said she wanted to die smiling. Are you happy to die? That's not it. Did your mother die happy? She said she wanted to live. I see. So, Lynn Rain, what about you? I also want to live. That should be obvious. I haven't accomplished anything. Even though I'd finally decided I'd do something on my own. I chose to, all by myself. I'll catch Father's killer. No, no, no. I don't want to die yet. I don't want... I see. Yet very soon, you will undoubtedly die. Toyed with by the killer, never to be the starring role, you were a helpless puppet in the end. Just do as a supporting character does and step off the stage of this puppet show. But I'll give you a small mercy. If you have any last words, I'll hear them. Is my blood... What? Huh? I didn't quite catch that. Please suck my blood. Literally, you... He's laughing. Nice. To think he'd be saying that even now. Those who have their blood sucked by a vampire become a vampire's puppet, gaining miraculous healing. But just like it sounds, a puppet is a puppet, with no sense of self. They only obey a vampire. So you're saying you wish to live even if you're becoming a true puppet? Ah, but we're talking about the vampire fanatics, so that's not what you meant to say. A puppet is not a vampire. So puppets are not immortal. As such, they cannot recover from such a fatal wound. You want the blood of Noon, don't you? I don't need the blood of Noon. Oh? Lord Arne is fine. What do you mean? Give me Lord Arne's. Please give me Lord Arne's blood. My blood? Is that different from the blood of Noon? Answer me, Lynn Rain. Don't just go ahead and die, you. Very well, Lynn Rain. You may live a little longer. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is so cool. I really wish this... I'm gonna check later to see if this has a gallery because I just want to make, like, a whole wallpaper out of all of these. So you can still use your voice. Yeah, don't speak in the middle of it. I feel like I've done something I really shouldn't have. There, the blood sucking you so desire. Rejoice. Oh my gosh, I think this is like gonna topple Angel to Death on my list. Like, this is gonna be first place on my list. I guess it is, but what the heck was with that reluctant blood sucking? You seem to be able to move well enough. Thank you very much. There's no need to thank me. After all, in just a few minutes, you'll become a mere puppet and meet death. Before that happens, this is my question. What do you mean, my blood? By Lord Arne's blood, I mean Lord Arne's blood. Yes, I'm asking you what that means. The blood that runs through my body is that of my one remaining heart. In short, it isn't mine. Maybe that's true, but the blood of the other kings is there too, right? Indeed it is. When you dissolve salt in pure water, it becomes salt water, right? There's no turning it back into pure water. I thought maybe this was the same thing. In other words, the one heart serving as master and 8 other kinds of blood mixing in. That is what my blood is. And now my blood is mixed in there too. Indeed, vampires do not digest the blood they drink. It mixes with their own and enters the body. I see an interesting thought. I'll keep that in mind. Please don't make me sad by calling yourself a puppet. Puppet, not pluppet. What the heck is a pluppet? Quite a thing to be told by someone about to become a puppet. Well, Lynn, I no longer have a use for you, but I at least extended the time until your death. Shall we enjoy our last conversation? I was thinking about the relationship between humans and vampires. No, me and you. I thought so deeply about it, I just got myself confused. I trust in your strength and wisdom. Even now I think they can solve this case. But you were using me to investigate the mansion, right? Exactly. Trusting and using. It's all a matter of the distance between hearts. I had no option but to get your help, but I'm sure even if I'd refused to investigate, you would have found another way to solve the case. Naturally. I expect I'll have no problems even with you dead. Well, of course, you have plenty of information now. However, with the death of my client, my duty to solve the case also disappears. Now I'm going to solve this case. Just give up already, Lynn. What are you trying to get at? You mentioned a relationship with me. Lord Arne, I'm going to use you. Use me. The look on his face. You, a human. Such a follow-up to your last moments, Lynn. You were at least a little amusing. But do you think I would accept having you use me? If I let myself be used, it would not be interesting. But if that were an interesting turn of events, what then? Well, I said I'm going to use you. I truly do believe in your abilities. I can't imagine I'd be able to solve this case without your help, Lord Arne. So until this case is over, use me. Have me dance at your prom and entertain you. Go ahead and use me as a tool. If that really is the appropriate stage for me. So the show we've been having until now wasn't appropriate for you? Of course it wasn't! I'm not a puppet. I'm a human with my own will. There's no way the puppet show I've been part of until now was where I belong. I am the star of the show, only I can be the lead role in this case. Any play in which I'm not the star is a complete piece of junk. You want me to once more put on a show where you are the star? What, Arne, are you going to say that you can only put on a puppet show made of blood? So I'm to manipulate a human with a will as a human, keeping her human. But Lynn, did you not say it yourself? I don't understand the feelings of humans. Do you think I can put on such a show? You can always use me for guidance, right? I'll certainly let you do so. And doesn't the added difficulty posed by you not understanding make things more delightful? Furthermore, my delightfulness is Lord Arne approved. Indeed, I've never met a human as delightful as you. And you know, if I had the audience for this stinker of a show we've had, I'm booing the heck out of it. I'm here thinking, give me my money back. And as a client too, I'm terminating my contract with this lousy detective. I already paid a fee up front, so I have a right to take it back. I see, you terminating the contract. I'm paying you back, I never thought of that. How delightful, oh, you truly are delightful, Lynn. You'll give it back, won't you, my blood? Are you saying that with a true understanding of what it means to give you my blood? Yes. Trading our blood, in other words, forming a blood pact. Turning you to a vampire. However, I should make clear up front, there's no guarantee a blood pact will succeed. Even so, there's a chance I can survive. To both use you and to be used by you. I'm not going to die. Right, get up, Lynrain. Now, have you any final words as a human? Even my body because of vampires, I'm sure my heart will remain human. I see no need for final words. Haha, I see, then let's begin, Lynrain. Ye of pure white, be dyed crimson in your entirety. Thy soul will be forever trapped here, your body rendered meaningless. Upon the name of Arne, this I declare. The name of our new but foolish compatriot is Lynrain. I was waiting for it. Now let us dance together joyously. I was so waiting for it. I was just waiting for him to say something because, like, there's no way he could have said that without putting some jab in it. Okay, no, I don't need to skip this. Okay. Seriously, I need to, like, ask the developers if they have just straight up CGs of this, so that way I can just make this my new background. The rest is up to you, Lynrain. Rise once more onto the stage. Oh, this was the end. Oh my gosh, that was awesome! This actually took a lot longer than I expected, so I might just leave this episode right here. This is like super cool. I really like this chapter. Oh my gosh, I'm like still mind blown over it. I'm gonna just keep this up because I don't think I actually unlocked anything. Because ZZ said there was something special at the end if I kept everything correct, but I didn't because I'm horrible at mysteries and following directions sometimes. So we're just gonna just watch this and see what shows up. Oh my gosh, this was amazing. I'm really trying to figure out the killer now though. So, like, on her back when she was attacked, she got 3 slash marks that we could see. I'm starting to wonder if it's Kai. I don't think it is Kai. It might be, though. Kai was in the room with Diana when it happened. I don't think it's Gordon. I don't know who it is. What we got? Yoo-hoo, we meet again. Enjoying the case? Okay, on to the real business. Arne's about to find the killer, but do you want to try finding them first? Don't worry, you got all the information you need to reason things out. It looks like Arne will need to take a little more time to notice. Alright, so we got these guys up. Well now, who could the killer of Lynn's father be? Oh, me? Heck, I don't know. Not that I'd tell you if I did. So that's that. Give it your best shot. Got it? Oh, right. You messed up with your reasoning here and there on the way here, huh? Too bad, I had a reward for you and everything. Well, if you feel like it, try getting here one more time. The parts that matter for my reward are confrontations with maids, Diana and Elise, as well as a guard burn. Don't mess it up this time, alright? Okay. See ya. I'm really starting to wonder if it's Kai or Hines. I'm flipping between Kai and Hines. I know it's definitely not Arne. Or, I'm hoping it's not. Oh, right! We finished part 2 of the casebook of Arne, and then we're going to move on to the next, and I'm assuming final part of the casebook of Arne tomorrow, which is part 3. And, so the thing is, I have no idea if this actually has more parts to it, you know, like as DLC or something. But hopefully it doesn't. If it does, then I'll just have to put this on hold after I finish part 3 to wait until those become available. If they're not already available. If they are, great. I'll just have to do some more research on it. But yeah, I am like super excited about this. This was an amazing game. this is an amazing game. We're not even done with it yet. So with that being said, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video of the Casebook of Arne. Oh my god, this is so amazing. I'm loving it. That being said, bye-bye, guys.